my dear YouTube friends, how are you doing today? Hi, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Mia. Welcome. I hope you consider subscribing to my channel. I do diamond painting, I do walking around my city, I do lots of different things. And so yeah, there is a subscribe button right down there. Next to it, you will find a bell. If you ding that one and choose all, you will be notified whenever I put up a new video. And if you're back, hi friends, welcome back. Happy to see you here. I hope you all know how much I appreciate you guys. And to every one of you, please give my video a thumbs up. It really does help a lot, both for me and the channel. So yeah, so today we're doing a Wip Chat, and if you're new to the community, new to diamond painting, and you do not know what a Wip Chat is, WIP, W-I-P, stands for Work in Progress, and this is mine today. So you can work alongside me. You can knit, you can crochet, you can cross stitch, you can do grocery shopping, you can take a walk, or you can sit in your couch pretending this is a podcast and chat. Yeah, chat means I'm gonna chat your ears off, okay? Okay. So my whip today is this beautiful diamond painting. It is called A Question of Reality. It is by Christopher Lavelle, and I started this one on the 25th of June. It is with square drills. It is a 70 by 99 centimeters. And where am I? You can see the rabbit right here. So we're around here. Not much left. You can see that I just did the top of this flag down here. So yeah, right around here. Not much left. Yay! So I'm doing this to honor Anthony's event for the A Question of Reality. I probably will be finished before his event starts, but it's okay. I'm talking about his event, and I'm gonna be present during his event, so yeah. So what else do we have? What else? I have my Bella de Nicole tray. I have my Elizabeth Ward knockoff container system that I have my diamonds in. I have this little trash drill minder. This one is from Angie's Diamond. God, what's the name of it? Diamond Sparkle Art. Sparkle Diamond Art? I'm sorry, Angie. I keep forgetting, but it is a beautiful one. I love it. And then I have my pen. This one is from Leopard Leatherworks. It has a single placer from Diamond Art Club with a glue dot in it. I also have this pen from North Alchemist. It has a single placer from Diamond Art Club with a glue dot, and it has a 7 placer from Diamond Art Club with my own homemade scented putty. This is in the scent of Coke. So, yeah. And then I have my tweezers. I'm sorry. But yeah, let's get into it. But first, how are you guys doing? Please let me know down in the comment field how you're doing. What are you working on while listening to me rambling on about what's going on here? I'm doing good. I'm doing good. David has started his summer vacation, so that's great. He is right now out biking with his biking club. The group that he belongs to in his biking club rides together every Tuesday evening from 6 p.m. And usually he can't be a part of it because, well, he's working at that time of day. So he's kind of happy that for the next 3 weeks he has the possibility of being able to join them. And I'm like, go, 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 go enjoy that you have this opportunity, and then I have an opportunity to do some diamond painting while you're gone. I didn't say that, but he knows that. So yeah, and today we didn't do a whole lot. I think today was just a sit on our butts and not really do a whole lot of things day. Yesterday we had Rosa since it was Monday, and since my brother had a meeting, we kept her out here for dinner, and then when we had eaten, and well, we ate at around 6. Yeah, just around 6 we had dinner, and then when we had done eating, Rosa got to see a little Disney, some DuckTales, the original, of course. And around 7, we drove home to her because I was to put her to bed. David was making jam. Our plum tree was finally giving us some plums, and David picked a bunch of them yesterday, so he was going to do a plum apple jam when I was down with Rosa, watching her until my brother came home from his meeting. So yeah, he was doing that, and he underestimated how many glasses he needed. He drove me and Rosa home to them because he would then go to a grocery store we have here where he would be able to buy the glasses to put in the jam. But he was like, oh yeah, well, I wasn't counting on needing that many glasses because he bought 8 and he was pretty sure that that'll be enough, but it wasn't really enough. So he contacted my brother and asked him, so when I'm going to pick up Mia, do you have any extra glasses that I can borrow? And he did. My brother saves almost every glass that he gets in the house, marmalade and whatever has come in a glass, he saves them. And so he got a bunch of them when he picked me up. And he used every single one of them. That amount of marmalade gave us 18 glasses. I will throw in a picture here of the finished lot of jam that he made, which it was a lot. I helped him when I came home. I was stirring in all the sugar and whatnot, and he was washing, scalding, and putting, what's the name of that thing you put in, and then, it's called elamon in Danish. It's a liquid that you can clean, make sure that your marmalade and stuff doesn't rot. You can also put it in both if you're making juice and whatnot. You can put it in to make sure that it isn't rotting. Etamon, it's called in Danish. So he was cleaning the glasses, the jars, not, yeah, while I was stirring and stirring. And then when jam was boiling. It had to boil for 2 minutes after all the sugar came in. So, we were sure that the sugar had evaporated enough, was totally out, so there were no clumps of sugar left. So he poured it all into the jars, and I was like, I don't think we have enough, because there was so much. I mean, we have what is that? It's a 15-liter saucer, I don't know, and that is a lot, So I was like, I don't think we have enough of these little jars to be able to hold all of it. But it did. We had to fill each jar to the brim. But it got there. Then we have one little plastic cup that Rosa, these IKEA children's cups in different colors. We had to fill the last bit of it in one of those cups. And that was it. But I was like, that is a lot. And I do mean a lot of jam. My brother is going to get a glass, of course. And, yeah. He's also getting a jar of blackberry jam because my brother gave David, told him that he could come and pick in his garden. So he did, and he got a lot of that as well. So he is a happy camper. I never got the difference between marmalade and jam. Can you explain? Because over here it's basically marmalade, all of it. We have marmalade and we have gel, which is what I made out of grape last year. But I don't know. What is the difference? See, I'm gonna have an issue here because I'm not doing this straight because I can't lean in close enough while I'm talking with you guys. But, hopefully it'll look okay when the rest of the drills are put on it and it's hopefully pressed into where it's supposed to be. We'll see. Otherwise, it's okay. So yeah. And it's kind of funny because Rosa and I were outside yesterday when we came home, when I picked her up. Well, we picked her up and then we were playing inside a bit. She wanted to watch a Disney movie, and then she wanted outside to see what her uncle was doing. So he was, gathering all the plums. And I asked Rosa, so do you like plums? Yes, she liked those blue ones. I'm like, well, ours are yellow. So you want to try them? No, thank you. They're not blue. I'm like, I know they're not blue, but they're really, really delicious. Are you sure? No, thank you. So I took one and I was like, so good. Are you sure? Yes. Okay. Sometimes she's very set. If she have decided that the blue plums are the ones she likes, she ain't gonna try anything else, I'll sway her. Not this year, but maybe next year. Sometimes it changes as they're getting a little older. They're a little easier, But yeah. So she was eating out here. She got pasta and chicken turkey meatballs, and David and I got cold potato salad and these chicken turkey meatballs. Usually she would have the same as we had, but the potato salad had gotten, a lot of heat in it, so I wasn't really sure that she liked it. And also, my brother doesn't like potato salad. So I was like, I wonder, if she'd had it. And if she have, it would have been with her mom and her grandma. So I was like, so I wonder how much spices they've put in, if they have given her any. So I asked her, have you tried potato salad before? She's like, yes, she had. She's like, okay. So I have to tell you, this is very spicy. It's a little hot. So are you sure you want to try it? Yeah. So like, can you try some of this sauce that's in it first, so that you know what the taste is like? So she did, and she was like giving me the thumbs up and nodding. It's like, are you sure? Yeah. So we gave her, a piece of potato, and let her try it, and she ate it, and she said it was good, but it was a little hot, and she drank a lot of water. It was mostly curry and stuff like that. I don't have any chili in my potato salad, but I know that there is some kick to it, because I know which spices I put in, and we use a spicy paprika. So I know that it's kind of spicy, but she said it was good, and I asked her, so do you want more? No, thank you, Auntie. Like, okay, well, you tried it. I'm very proud of you. And she told her dad this morning, she told me, but I'm proud of her. I mean, she didn't have to try it, but she wanted to. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm sorry. I'm having this cough, and it won't really let go again. David is like, you need to go see a doctor. And I'm like, you know what? I Googled it. And you're not supposed to go to the doctor until you've had this cough for at least 2 weeks. So, I'm not going to call the doctor just because you think I'm supposed to. I mean, I've had it, I don't know, maybe a little more than a week by now. Maybe, I can't remember. So I was like, I'm not gonna call the doctor just because you think that I shouldn't be coughing anymore. I thought so. I told him, if I'm still coughing next week, sure, yes, I'll call the doctor and say, my husband says. He was looking incredulously at me. You can't say that. Do we agree that you're the one who wants me to call the doctor? Yes. So why can't I call the doctor and say my husband say? He just looked at me and shook his head and was like, what? I'm not nervous. I mean, it came on its own. It's going to go away on its own. That's basically my mantra with these things. I mean, it will disappear again, eventually. And then was like, so do you maybe have the COVID? I was like, no. I mean, if it's COVID, I would have more symptoms. I just have the cough, nothing else. It's just an irritating cough, and yeah, sometimes it sounds like I'm trying to cough off my lungs, but I mean, yeah, it's annoying, and I don't like when it's, getting that to that part where I feel like I'm coughing up my lungs. But other than that, it's just a cough. I am not worried at all. I forgot one. Why is this always happening? It doesn't matter what tray I'm using, but you always have at least one that's stuck in the tray. It's not every time, but just every now and then. And usually I even get to pour in the next color, and then I see it. I'm like, what? Darn it. Luckily, most of the time, it's a very different color. Like like this color and then the purple. That's easy enough. But if it's, colors that's close, I'm not a happy camper. Let me tell you that. I'm not a happy camper. But usually it's quite easy to separate them. Sorry, if you have mixed some drills and you wanna, have an easier time separating them, you take your phone and you turn on the flashlight, and then the colors will show up differently in your tray. If you want to, you can take a white tray and use this instead of this purple one, for instance, and the light will shine through and you'd be able to see the color differences. I haven't tried it because I haven't mixed drills that were that similar. I'm way too cautious, I tell you guys. I mean, yes, I dump my drills every now and then. Oh, only one color at a time though. And most of the time, I have dumped some of them on the floor, but most of the time I dump them right around here. So they're not going too far. A few times I've dumped them in my own lap, which not recommendable, because then when you try to move, they will fall to the ground, which is kind of annoying. Let me just say that. Then you're crawling on the floor trying to scavenge for drills, which I don't like that. But most of the time I find most of them again. Yeah. But I mean, if I've dumped drills, it's mostly up here on the canvas, which I'm grateful for that. And like I said, I've only dumped one color at a time. I've never mixed colors. The worst thing I did was dumping some drills into my... Before I used to use one of these extra small containers for trash. So I have once dumped my trays into my tray with the color I've finished into the trash container. Yeah, and then I'd have to, I'd remove the colors that wasn't that color. And then I would have to, to remove trash as I found them again. I think that's the worst that I've done. Yeah, I think so. No, I haven't dumped two colors together in one tray. Nope. And knock on wood, I hope I never will. Because that would literally, I don't know, set my anger on fire. I have a horrible temper sometimes, and I'd be so mad at myself if I did that. I mean, yeah. I wouldn't want to be me if I did that. Let's just keep it at that. And I mean, just because we're talking about it, it will probably happen either in this video or today when I'm done filming. Just saying. And I promise to be honest with you if it happens. I promise, I promise. So yeah. So we had Rosa yesterday, and I babysat her when she came home because my brother was at a meeting. I also I told you in my last Wip Chat that I was babysitting her last Tuesday. I also babysat her on Thursday. My brother is politically active, and he's going to a lot of meeting in the party that he's in. Because I think he's in the board or something. I don't know. Sorry. And they have a lot of meeting right now about city election next year. Who's gonna be the representatives? You know, who do they wanna represent the party to be mayor? And what are they? You know, what will they send out as cases that they want to tell people this is what we want to work for? So they do that a lot apparently. Trying to find all the trashies here. And I don't mind babysitting, not at all. It's actually it's kind of fun. I mean, it isn't fun when I'm trying to get her to clean up all her toys and she's slow because she hopes that she can get out of it, which she can't. I mean, it's just a part of life that you need to clean up your toys at the end of the day. But she does try. And I'm like I told her, you know, the only one that's missing out is you, because you're taking so long that we don't have any time to go outside to ride your bike or whatever. You just have to more or less go directly to bed. So we can't, you know, sit in the couch and cuddle and whatnot, because you just have to go to bed. And then she's whining a bit about that, and I'm like, you know, it isn't me you have to whine about. You know, I didn't do this. So, and, but Thursday she was only down once after I put her to bed. On Tuesday she was down, I don't know, 3 or 4 times or so. At the end I was like, Rosa, go upstairs and stay in your bed. Now we're done. I'm like, you have to sleep. And then she finally stayed. But Thursday she was only downstairs once. And she was like, but Auntie, I just want to tell you that I miss you. I was like, you can't miss me. I haven't gone anywhere. And then she went back up to bed. And I like, you don't come down again unless, you know, it's really something important. And not just to tell me that you miss me, or when is Daddy coming home, you know. You can come downstairs if you need to use the bathroom. But that girl. So yesterday, she was, you know, good-ish. She came down once, but I could hear her upstairs. I was like, Rosa, go to bed. And she would be totally still. And then she was like, okay, now she thinks that I'm asleep. And then I would be able to hear her again. And I was like, Rosa? Yeah. She's a naughty little one sometimes. So there's just this is 9:39. There is a lot of trash in that one. I mean, look at this. This is the little trash minder. Anti-sparkle sparkle art addiction. Sparkle addiction art. I can't remember. Something like that. Sparkle addiction art. There you have it. So these are both from her, but this is the little one. And like you can see, it's almost full again. So I do have a lot of trash, especially the darker colors. But so far, I'm not nervous about running out of any dwells. See how many? Yeah. But I'm not afraid of running out of any colors, at least not yet. I mean, I'm almost done. I have not that much left. I have less than 20 centimeters. So, you know, it's okay. It's okay. And if I run out of a color, I know who to contact. So, yeah, I'm not nervous. I mean, first I'm going to take a look in my spare drill system. I will work on updating that system a little, you know, make it easier on myself. But it isn't a I have to do this, but it's a this will make it easier update. Yeah. So yeah, and tomorrow we are going to this Cold War museum with my brother and Rosa. David and my brother is very interested in this kind of stuff, you know, Second World War and the time after. So we invited them to come along. David had been talking about it for a while, and he was talking to my brother about it, and it was like, could we go together, you know, if you want to. So, and then we decided, you know, that we're going to pay for us coming in. It isn't that expensive. It's, I don't know what, around $20 per adult. Rosa is free. So, I mean, $60 for all of us isn't too bad. At least not over here. I don't know what other people would think is expensive. And I guess, again, it's individual what people think is expensive, right? And I know my brother is a single father. And, you know, he doesn't have that much money. And what he has, he spends on Rosa. And, you know, her summer vacations. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna invite him. I mean, and then we will bring lunches ourselves, because we don't know if there's anything down there that hasn't opened. They have something where they sell, you know, hot dogs and stuff, but it isn't open every day, and we can't find anything about when it's open. So we're just gonna bring our own lunches, and then we have a lunch bag that's cool, so that, you know, the lunch is nice and cold. So we're gonna bring that. It'll take us around 2 hours to get there, but yeah, we'll be in the car, and there'll be music, and I'll be in the back with Rosa, because my brother is never, ever, ever going to be able to get into the back of the car. So that'll be me and Rosa in the back. But I mean, I was in the back with Rosa when we drove up to my niece's graduation party, and that was 2 hours as well each way. So it's okay. I'm sorry. Sorry about that coughing. This was an easy one. I would have had to cut it out if it had been one of those. David calls it that I'm barking, or that I am, that I sound like a sea lion. And I'm like, you know what, that's not very nice to call your wife a sea lion. But yeah, it's okay. I know it does sound like I'm barking sometimes when it's really bad. I just pick on him for calling me a sea lion. I mean, you can't call your wife a sea lion. You can't. That's not nice. Or whatever. Yeah. But at least it's just a cough. There you were. I don't know, sometimes I forget about the drills being so... All these little taps, they drive me crazy. Extra bits and whatnot. I don't know. And the thing is, this painting at least is pretty snug. So there isn't room for a lot of taps and whatnot. So you have to be mindful about removing them. Otherwise, you're just going to have popping drills. And I don't like popping drills. I had that with my cheap diamond paintings a few times, and I'm still not a fan of it. And I mean, I'm not supposed to have popping drills on a diamond art club. The painting is too expensive for that, at least I think so. So I'll rather remove all the bad drills. And if I'm running out, then I'll contact customer service and get some new ones resent. I have no idea. What do they do if it's, overseas customers? Will they wait until the next purchase, or will they ship them? I don't know. I haven't tried it, so I have to admit that I don't really have any experience with it. I don't know. I mean, the few times that I've been close on running out, I've always, had enough. I've had a few scares, where I would have just, less than a handful left of the color, which, I mean, I didn't run out, so that's okay. But yeah, I've been close, but then again, I am picky. I know that. And I'm actually kind of proud of it. People tease me with being picky. And I'm like, there's nothing wrong with being picky about my drills. I don't want to end up with weird spaces in my diamond painting, or the drills popping and whatnot. And Yeah, if other people want that on their diamond paintings, be my guest. But I don't. I can see it. It's like I can actually see it if I put down a drill with a tab on it. And I will remove it. Because I can see that little hole that it creates between the drills. And, you know, I don't like that. But again, it's me. I don't mind, you know. And I always do it before I start, you know, diamond painting each color. So even if I have to multi-place, I can do that because the bad drills are out of the tray. I know some people will just, you know, this is hard to multi-place because there's bad drills, and I'm like, well, then remove them, you know, I mean, it isn't that hard, and it doesn't take a long time. I mean, it takes me a little longer when I'm talking with you guys because I can't lean over the tray and really, you know, look directly down. I have to do it in a bit of an angle, but it's okay. I thought so. There's one down here. Do we have any more of these little triangles left? And I'm telling you, I will find a few once I've put this one away. But yeah. We don't really have a lot of plans for our vacation. Oh, yeah. It's so funny. People think it's weird because I'm saying that I have my summer vacation as well. And people were like, but you're always on vacation. You're always home. And like, well, I usually see it as my work being home, you know. I have time. I'm sorry. I get to spend time with David on his vacation, which means it's a vacation for me as well. You know, for me it's different. There is a difference between every day being at home and then being at home when David has his vacation time. And if people think that's weird, well, then they can do that. I just, where did all those colors go? And I had them right in front of me. I'm getting a little better at this multi-placing. Just not when I'm doing a video. Because then I have a hard time putting them down straight. I don't think I will ever be one of those, you know, one of those that can just take the drills and dump them down and then that's it. I have to watch what I'm doing, you know. I don't know. I need to make sure that I'm placing them, you know, close to the right places they're supposed to be. But yeah. And again, it's the perfectionist in me. I want things to look good, preferably the first time. So I hate that I might have to, you know, when I'm done here, that I have to move things around but it's a learning curve. I mean, maybe I ought to actually keep I'm using my tablet to film. Maybe I should actually just keep the tablet there, and that way I'll learn to work with it there, maybe. But then again, I like leaning in when I'm diamond painting. What do you do? Do you lean in when you diamond paint, or do you sit back and then basically, do it like this, where you put your pen over, or I don't know. I think we all do it differently. I mean, if I would diamond paint like I usually do when I'm not talking to you guys, you would see my little fat hat in screen all the time. Because that's just the way the cookie crumbles for me. Yeah. This cough drives me bonkers. Hopefully the weather will be nice tomorrow. We've been looking, so how's the weather going to be Wednesday? And one day it's like, oh, this is so nice, it'll be nice and warm, but with a bit of an overcast. That way we're not out in the blazing sun, which is yay. Then last night it was supposed to rain until, I don't know, midday or so. And this morning it was like, it might rain later on in the day. And I'm like, can we please, agree on what the weather's going to be like? Because this is driving me crazy. Yeah. Also, it's supposed to be raining right now. And maybe with a thunderstorm or two until tomorrow morning. But right now, I mean, yeah, it isn't as clear skied as it was earlier, but I see blue skies still, and I don't see, any threats of it going to rain the next 5 minutes. And right now, it's, I don't know, what time is it? It is almost 7:30 p.m. and it was supposed to rain from 6 p.m. I don't know what it's doing over on Funen, where David and his buddy is, which is about 15 kilometers away from here, but I doubt that it is that different, even though, when was it? Was it Sunday? Or was it Friday when he was biking alone? He told me, out here it had been raining earlier in the morning before we got up. But when he got out biking, he was like, yeah, so I got into around where we lived before we moved out here, and the roads and the pavements were wet. Then it got dry again, like out here, and then he came out to some of the other little villages around here, and it was really wet, like it'd been raining 5 minutes ago. See, I just saw two of those little triangles. So it was like, and I told him, it haven't been raining out here at all. It's been overcast and whatnot, but no rain. So it's so funny, that within, I don't know, not very long, I mean, it isn't that far, maybe 3-4 kilometers, and in that place it's raining, but not here. It's weird, I'm just telling you. So yeah, Sunday, I some of you might wonder why I didn't have my live. I did tell you in the last Wip Chat, and I just found one more, that we were going into my mom's sister, and my cousin, her daughter, and her boyfriend, who lives there right now until they get their own apartment in Aarhus. They just moved to Denmark from London, where he's from. So now they're moving to Denmark, at least for a while. So they've been living with her mom for, I don't know, a little bit. And they've invited us down to dinner this Sunday, which was really, really great. It was good seeing them again. I saw my cousin, when was that? I don't know, 3 weeks ago. Sorry. When I was helping my aunt pick up her dog after it had been to the vet hospital due to some stomach issues. But back then, her boyfriend was back in England with his parents. So I hadn't seen him yet, which it was good seeing him again. It's been a while. I think the last time was Christmas. So I told him, now you live, rather close. I'm just going to take the train up to you, see your apartment, and, just visit to say hi. We're like, yeah, do so. We're going to live really, really close to the train station. Like, that's good because I'm not driving up there. It is it the second largest city in Denmark? So yeah, I'm not driving up there. I mean, most of you would be like, Mia, it isn't that big, and that's fine. But I have a stress level that is spiking very, very easily. So I'm like, yeah, I'm not doing that. If I'm driving or if I'm going by car to some place, that is heavily populated, it's David that's doing the driving. I'm just saying, if I'm going there on my own, I'm taking the train. I do not do that. No. I don't drive on Sjælland and Zealand. I don't drive there. I have a rough time even being on the shotgun because there are way too many cars on way too little. There's not enough room and there's way too many cars. And my stress hits almost the second that we leaves the bridge between Funen and Zealand. So, and the closer we get to Copenhagen, it gets worse. I mean, we don't go to Copenhagen that much. Not since his sister moved. And she's now on the western part of Zealand. Before, she was very close to Copenhagen, one of the suburbs. And I hated it. And not the place, but I hated driving there. So, but yeah. But yeah, I can take the train to visit them in Aarhus. I feel like I keep bumping my head into the tablet. I think I am. Hopefully you can't see my big fat forehead. If you can, I'm sorry. There were 2 more there. I know there's a lot of singles. I'm just trying to get all the ones that need multi-placing. I'm trying. There will be more multi-placing opportunities down here. There will be big clumps of black and some purples and blues. So I am trying to get better. And as you can see, we have a lot of line blocking in this section. So yeah, practicing. I don't think I'll ever be a multi-placer professional or anything. But if I can get to the point where I can, do it proficiently. Oh, there comes my husband. Yeah, I'm gonna be happy, if I can just help myself out enough so that I give myself an easier time when there is a lot of it. Then that'll make it easy. Instead of, I love checkerboarding. I do. But sometimes it'll be nice that I can spend a little less time on, these bigger ones, because they do take a lot of time. And I mean, I've spent a month and a half on this one so far, which I don't mind. I really don't mind. But I also have a stash that I want to work on, and yeah, I wanna see if and I do know that I have some with more color blocking in it. So if I could learn to do this more proficiently or something, that'll be good. I am pretty sure that there will still be diamond paintings with color blocking where I would prefer to do checkerboard, just because that'll be a diamond painting that I really, really enjoy and don't mind spending the time. But other times I'm pretty sure I'd like to see, okay, this isn't gonna take me 2 months, even though it's a big one, because I know that these bigger diamond paintings are taking me about 2 months to do, which is fine. It's just a long time when you have about 50 in your stash, and every now and then there will be a diamond painting where you're like, ooh, I need that one. I have a diamond that is darker than the other ones. Let's see if I can find that color. Relatively easy, otherwise it'll go in the trash. But yeah. Do you sometimes have diamond paintings where you like to checkerboard, or do you always just multi-place to get it done? Oh, there comes my husband. I don't know, like I said, I prefer both really. And I mean, since I'm trying for this, I I would like to do it every now and then. But yeah. We've been yabbering almost an hour, you guys. Which is, it's good. So yeah, and I am gonna try to film something tomorrow. I mean, unless there is a million people down there and I don't feel comfortable. Oh, by the way, Sunday when we were down at my aunt's, we were taking her dog to the beach for a walk, and I took some pictures on, over the water where, this is the beach where I grew up. I will go down there hopefully during this summer vacation to do some walking around and talking to you guys. But I will put in some pictures that I took down there to show you. Just to show, so you can get an idea of the place from up above. I hope you like that one. And I do plan on going in there to walk, maybe even walk around the town a little to show you where I grew up. We'll see. I mean, there is a lot of people in there, and I don't think I want to walk around chit-chatting with people all around me looking at me weirdly, But, we'll see. We'll see. I might find an early evening or something where most people will be home and I can walk around a little. But yeah, we will talk very soon, and I will try at least getting some pictures tomorrow to show you. There is a submarine, Denmark's only submarine from the Cold War, and yeah, it's going to be interesting. I have never been there before. Neither has David or my brother, for that matter. I just saw some more anchors. I'm going to fix that in a second. So it's going to be interesting for all of us. But yeah, thank you for listening to my ramblings. And again, please give my video a thumbs up. It means a lot to me. And again, if you aren't already subscribed, please consider doing so. I would love to have you. And yeah, until next time, you guys. Bye, everybody. Bye. Love you.